everybody. My name is Inara. I am from the Office of Student Culture and Community Standards, as Jess mentioned. I'm just going to try to make sure that my screen is sharing right now. So I'm going to try to do this through PowerPoint. Please bear with me. Hello, everybody. My name is Inara. I am from the Office of Student Culture and Community Standards, as Jess mentioned. I'm just going to try to make sure that my screen is sharing right now. So I'm going to try to do this through PowerPoint. Please bear with me. Cool. Okay, so this is just a small pitch to come volunteer with us. This is home ground for you because we're at UPEI, and let's get to know a little bit about us. Who am I? So like I mentioned, I'm Inara. I am the Student Engagement Officer at UPEI. If you've never met me, well, you've seen me now. And if you've ever stumbled upon me during walking around campus or anything as such, I do a lot of fun things at UPEI. A big part of my portfolio is student events and student programming. And a lot of my focus is to help all of you students at UPEI make sure you're having a great time and that your experience at UPEI is memorable and fun as well. So what does our office do? The Office of Student Culture and Community Standards is a very new office. We are a little over a year old at UPEI. A lot of our work for you to know about is related to student programming, student events, student initiatives, and such fun stuff. Other than that, we also do a lot of other good things. If you've ever been to the Campus Life Lounge, which is in the Murphy Student Center, that also falls under our program. If you've ever been part of Welcome Week or previously known New Student Orientation, that's also run by our office. If you've been at the Chaplaincy Center or met Sister Sue, had a bowl of soup with Sister Sue, that's also a part of our unit. If you've ever accessed the UPEI Food Bank, that also comes under our unit. And if you're an Indigenous student who has been at the Indigenous Student Center, that is also a part of our unit. So just a little bit about who we are, just to get you acquainted with us. We also hold the Student Code of Conduct policy. So if there's any concerns or questions or challenges that students face at UPEI, they can always come to us about that as well. Speaking about volunteer opportunities, what can you do with us? There are a couple of options with our office. There are lots of different opportunities to get involved. It is a wonderful thing to be involved on campus, and I know a lot of us try to find ways to navigate through student life, try to get involved on campus, do something to amplify your portfolio or your resume while having on-campus opportunities. So working with our office could be your starting step. The first opportunity would be through our events and programming. Our office does host quite a few events throughout the year. We almost end up doing close to 20 plus events throughout the academic year. So you could be involved in helping us support such events or programming. You can volunteer being a greeter, or you can volunteer with setup, tear down, logistics, or any other fun stuff with events. You can specifically also volunteer for Campus Life events if you've attended Campus Life and are connected to the program. We've recently launched an initiative called Recreational Sports Sundays. So we do have a lot of opportunity there to help our student staff with those events as well. So that is the first opportunity. Second would be for our campus-wide opportunities. So we have an upcoming event called the Interdisciplinary Case Competition, which I believe is happening in October or November. I will have to correct my dates here. So you can join us for that. We also run a lot of interdisciplinary events with different faculties, different offices across campus. These are sporadic, so there are opportunities that happen throughout the academic year. Some are very regular, some are not consistent. So you can keep in touch with us to hear about upcoming opportunities. There are two very upcoming opportunities, once on 25th of October for UPEI's open house. So this is our biggest event upcoming on 25th October, and we're recruiting volunteers for that event. And then the case competition is happening in November, so we're also recruiting volunteers for that. If you're interested in doing something that's a little more soulful, you can also volunteer with the food bank. You can shop for the food bank, bag supplies for students, or even help handing out bags to students. And then the last could be for our survey and data collection piece. So our office runs a lot of student-led surveys to understand more about students' experience on the campus and help students express their concerns or their voices through these surveys. So you could be an integral part about spreading the knowledge out to students, making them aware about the survey, helping us post posters across the campus. So there's different kinds of opportunities, so we can tailor the opportunity based on your needs. We can make sure that your volunteer opportunity fits with your class schedule, your volunteering fits with your desires and your goals and your personal goals as well, and integrate that into our programming. They can be anywhere from 30-minute time slots to 1 hour to a couple hours, or these could be consistent volunteer opportunities. You could be on our volunteer list for our events, so we could always invite you for our events and get your support for that. I do understand that this is not as systematized as what you're used to, so that's okay. The best way to learn more about these opportunities or upcoming events would just be either reach out to me on email or email studentculture@upei.ca, and we can let you know about upcoming initiatives. So that way you can learn more about what you can do and what you can help us with. But there's lots of fun and exciting events happening, and we need lots of support to make these possible. Sometimes it's always helpful to just even be someone as a companion, to be a word of mouth for another student to come join us. So that's where we're at.
Thank you so much, Anara. That was awesome. Does
Thank
anyone have any questions for Anara? Feel free to put them in the chat. I don't see anything coming through yet, but Anara, oh wait, here we go. Is there a particular time commitment?
So like I mentioned, a lot of these events are sporadic and a lot of these opportunities are sporadic. So it would depend on your commitment that you are able to offer as a student. So a lot of the times there is no specific deadline or there's no specific commitment that we require. If you're interested to stay on for the whole academic year, we'll sign you up and reach out to you every time we're hosting an event. If you would like to continue working with us throughout your time at UPEI, you can stay on our volunteer list for all of your 4 years. So it's kind of more so understanding what you can do, what your interest is, and matching you with what we are doing. So a lot of the times it's more so meeting with me, understanding where you're at, how much you're able to dedicate, and then partnering according to that, if that makes sense. Awesome.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Thank you, Anara.
Thank you for having us. How do we sign up?
Yeah.
You can just email me at binara@upei.ca. I do have open office hours, so you could also just come visit me in Dalston Hall 316. I'm very happy to sit and chat. I'm more of a chat person. I prefer talking. So you can just visit me there as well.